Good afternoon, my dear and respected viewers. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for finding the time and joining me today. I am sincerely happy about our new meeting in this cozy broadcast where we talk about the most precious things, our health and comfort. Today, we will discuss in detail one simple but incredibly effective method that can radically change your life if you are familiar with the problem of perpetually cold feet. This unpleasantness is familiar to a huge number of people, especially in mature and elderly age. It's not just a fleeting discomfort that can be endured. It's a real signal that our body sends us, like a little cry for help, telling us that some system requires our increased attention and care. Before we dive into the heart of the matter, I sincerely invite you to become part of our big and friendly family, to subscribe to this channel. Here, we regularly, literally piece by piece, collect and share the most effective tips for your comfortable, healthy, and harmonious life. Your likes, your detailed comments, your personal stories, these are not just numbers and lines. They are the very driver that helps us understand your needs and create increasingly high quality, deep, and useful content just for you. And now, as promised, let's move on to the core of our topic today. Imagine the coziest picture, a frosty evening outside. You settle into your favorite armchair, wrap yourself in a soft, fluffy blanket, pull the thickest woolen socks you could find onto your feet, but your feet still remain icy, like two small icebergs. A painfully familiar feeling, isn't it? This insidious chill, which seems to penetrate right into the bones, prevents you from relaxing and falling asleep, spoiling all the pleasure of the evening comfort. Let's not just state the fact, but together thoroughly understand why this annoying phenomenon becomes our constant companion, and, most importantly, how one single, incredibly simple and accessible trick for absolutely everyone can fundamentally change this situation, giving your feet the long-awaited vital warmth. But first, let's lay the foundation and deeply understand the very nature of this problem. Cold feet are far from just a local discomfort or an individual peculiarity. Often it is a bright marker indicating various internal processes occurring in our body. With age, unfortunately, the overall speed of blood circulation inevitably slows down. The walls of our blood vessels gradually lose their former elasticity and flexibility, become more rigid, and all this together directly, like a chain, affects the temperature of our extremities, which receive less and less warm, oxygen-rich blood. Here's a very interesting physiological fact. It is our feet that contain a real web of the smallest blood vessels, capillaries, and their overall condition, their tone and patency, have a colossal impact on the entire peripheral circulatory system as a whole. Add to this the modern, mostly sedentary and inactive lifestyle, long hours spent in a static position, a lack of regular, even the lightest physical activity, and you get a perfect storm leading to the blood starting to be lazy. Its flow slows down, and it simply doesn't reach the most remote parts of our body, the toes and hands, in sufficient volume. This problem manifests itself especially acutely in the autumn-winter period, when our wise organism, guided by ancient survival instincts, switches to energy-saving mode. It begins to concentrate all its resources, directing the main flow of blood and heat to the vital organs, the brain, heart, lungs. And the periphery, that is, the hands and feet, receives resources on a residual basis, which leads to that very unpleasant sensation of icy limbs. It is also important to clearly understand and distinguish. Sometimes, cold feet can be one of the symptoms of various, including quite serious conditions. The spectrum of possible causes is wide, from simple hypothermia due to shoes not suited for the season to problems such as vegetative vascular dystonia, anemia, thyroid disorders, hormonal imbalance, or even the initial stages of cardiovascular diseases. That is why, if the problem is not episodic but constant, intrusive, and especially if it is accompanied by other alarming signs, for example, severe swelling, changes in skin color, numbness, or pain, this is a 100% reason not to self medicate, but to make an appointment with a competent general practitioner or angiologist. However, I want to reassure you, in the vast majority of cases, especially when it does not involve acute pathologies, for a radical improvement in the situation, it is often quite sufficient to regularly apply simple but systematic preventive measures and special targeted techniques to stimulate and improve local and general circulation. I really like one metaphorical approach to consider our feet as a kind of highly sensitive indicator, a precise barometer of our overall health. Good, powerful, unimpeded blood circulation in the legs is a sure sign of excellent condition of the entire cardiovascular system as a whole. It is for this reason that it is so important, simply vital, to pay increased attention to our feet, especially for those of us who have passed the age of 50. Regular, almost ritual, care for the feet helps not only to solve the immediate problem of cold, but is also a powerful prevention of many age related problems directly related to deteriorating circulation. And so we smoothly approach the main point, that very simple and magical trick that can give your feet a feeling of warmth and comfort. It is nothing other than a specially selected, comprehensive foot massage technique that works in two directions at once. It not only warms the feet perfectly due to mechanical impact, but also launches, like a tuning fork, processes to improve overall blood flow throughout the body. This method has its roots in the wise, time tested practices of ancient reflexology, which views the foot as a miniature map of our entire body and harmoniously combines with modern, scientifically based knowledge of circulatory physiology. It is so simple to master that absolutely anyone can perform it, even those who have never done massage before. And at the same time, it is so effective that the first, most noticeable results can be felt literally after several sessions, and in some cases, even immediately. The technique itself includes three fundamental sequential stages that provide a cumulative effect. The first stage is a thorough and gentle thermal preparation. Begin with a soft but intensive warming of the soles. To do this, you can vigorously rub your feet together for a few minutes at a fast pace, creating friction, or use a small terry towel, a stiff washcloth, or even a special massage brush with natural bristles to perform active, rubbing movements over the entire surface of the foot, including the heel, instep, and toes. The main task of this stage is to wake up and activate thousands of the smallest superficial blood vessels and capillaries to make them expand and fill with blood. Perform all movements quite intensively, but without excessive rough pressure to avoid causing discomfort or pain. The second stage is a point-based, deep massage of reflex zones. As we have already said, the soles of our feet contain an incredible number of biologically active points, each of which projects onto a specific organ or system of our body. Special, close attention should be paid to the central, fleshiest part of the sole, slightly closer to its inner edge. It is there, according to the canons of reflexology, that one of the key points responsible for the general state of blood circulation and the body's energy balance is located. Use the pad of your thumb to influence it. Perform slow, smooth, but with palpable pressure, circular movements clockwise, as if screwing your finger inward, and then counterclockwise. The duration of massage for each such zone on one foot should be several minutes. You should feel a pleasant, deep warmth and a slight fullness in this area. The third, final stage is the activation of blood flow through special, passive, or active exercises. Sit comfortably, stretch your legs out in front of you. Slowly, with maximum amplitude, pull the toes of your feet towards you. Hold this position for a few seconds, feeling the tension in your calf muscles, and then just to slowly stretch them forward, away from you. Repeat this movement many times. After that, proceed to circular movements in the ankle joints. First, several times clockwise, then the same number of times counterclockwise. These seemingly elementary movements work like a powerful pump, literally pushing the stagnant venous blood from bottom to top towards the heart and stimulating the inflow of fresh arterial blood. Complete the entire procedure with light, tapping movements with your fingertips or the edge of your palm over the entire surface of the foot, from heel to toe. This helps to seal the effect, complete the process of activating circulation, and evenly distribute the blood through all the smallest vessels. A most important note, this technique will show its maximum effectiveness only if performed regularly, preferably every evening right before going to bed. Such a ritual will not only guaranteed warm your feet, but will also qualitatively improve the process of falling asleep in the depth of sleep, as proper foot massage stimulates the production of the sleep hormone melatonin and relieves daytime nervous tension. Also, to enhance the effect, it is extremely useful to combine this procedure with wearing socks made of natural, breathable materials afterwards. For example, soft merino wool, bamboo, or cotton. They will help retain and hold the heat generated during the massage for long hours while you sleep. Furthermore, there are a number of additional auxiliary factors that can multiply and prolong the positive effect of our massage technique. The first factor is conscious and competent nutrition. Yes, some products have a proven warming effect and the ability to gently stimulate blood circulation. Introduce into your daily diet spices such as fresh or ground ginger, cinnamon, cayenne, or red pepper, turmeric. They can be added to tea, warm milk, soups, salad dressings, and main courses. The pungent substances they contain cause mild vasodilation and accelerate blood flow. An interesting fact that we rarely pay attention to: hydration, that is, sufficient consumption of pure water, plays a colossal role in the condition of our blood and vessels. When the body receives the necessary amount of fluid, the blood becomes less viscous, more fluid, which significantly facilitates its passage through the capillary network. Therefore, especially in the cold season, when the feeling of thirst is dulled, consciously monitor your daily water intake. A simple and visual test. If your urine is light straw-colored, almost transparent, and you visit the toilet with normal frequency, then your hydration is likely fine. Physical activity is another cornerstone in solving our problem. Those people who find the strength and time for regular, even non intensive movement, be it walking at a calm pace, Nordic walking, swimming, morning joint gymnastics, or yoga, maintain the natural tone of their blood vessels and ensure consistently good blood circulation speed. A great idea would be to combine and alternate physical activity with our massage technique. For example, you took an evening walk, returned home, and after some time performed a full foot massage session. Such a combination gives a truly magical, synergistic effect, enhancing the benefits of both actions. It is no less important to pay close attention to the quality and correct selection of your everyday shoes and socks. Tight, narrow, uncomfortable shoes can mechanically compress blood vessels and nerves, disrupting natural blood flow. And socks made of synthetic, non breathable materials not only do not warm, but also contribute to moisture accumulation and hypothermia of the feet. Choosing the right, anatomically correct shoes and warm socks made from natural materials is not a whim, but a crucial investment in the health and comfort of your feet for many years to come. Now, let's talk about the most important thing: a comprehensive, systemic approach to solving the problem of cold feet. All the factors listed above: massage technique, nutrition, water balance, physical activity, a competent wardrobe should work not separately but as a coordinated, unified mechanism, like an orchestra where every instrument is important. For example, massage locally improves microcirculation in the feet. Proper nutrition supplies the necessary nutrients for the health of vascular walls. Sufficient water intake maintains optimal blood fluidity. And physical activity trains and maintains the tone of the entire cardiovascular system as a whole, acting as a powerful pump. It is very useful to learn to be an attentive observer of your own body's reactions and keep something like an observation diary. Write down how your feet react to different combinations of methods. When are they warmer? After morning exercises or evening massage? Does a cup of ginger tea drunk at dinner affect the feeling of warmth? After a few weeks of such notes, you will be surprised to find clear patterns and be able to create your own perfectly suited recipe for solving the problem. The so-called method of addition or overlapping effects works wonderfully. For example, performing a foot massage after a preliminary warm foot bath with sea salt and a couple of drops of rosemary or eucalyptus essential oil will give an incomparably better and more lasting result than just a dry massage. Adding warming spices to the diet precisely in the cold season when the problem worsens will enhance the positive effect of your daily physical activity. Creating such a personalized system of mutually complementary actions is the key to success, allowing you to achieve maximum results with reasonable, non-exhausting efforts. It is important to always remember that all these indicators should be considered in combination, not in isolation. It is pointless to do massage in the evenings if you spend the whole day in tight shoes that compress your blood vessels. Likewise, impeccable nutrition will not compensate for chronic dehydration or a complete lack of movement. The key to success is in harmony and systematicity. Let's move on to purely practical, applied recommendations on how to gently and without stress introduce all these methods into your daily, often very busy life. The first and most important thing is to create a comfortable and sustainable routine. Choose a specific, most convenient time for yourself to perform the massage procedure. For most people, the period before bed is ideal. Try to turn it not into a boring duty, but into a pleasant, long awaited ritual for yourself. Create an appropriate atmosphere, dim the main lights, light an aroma lamp with soothing oils, put on background, relaxing music or an audiobook. You can combine massage with watching a light series. The main thing is that the process brings pleasure, then the habit will establish itself easily and for a long time. It is extremely useful to find your own deep motivation and sources of inspiration. What do you really want? Just to warm your feet or to improve the quality of sleep, get rid of morning fatigue, prevent possible vascular stars and swelling? Or maybe you just want to give yourself a few minutes of unconditional attention and care at the end of a hard day. Clearly formulate your goal. Create a bright, detailed image in your imagination of your ideal night. Absolutely warm, light feet, sinking into a soft bed, quick, easy falling asleep, and a cheerful, energetic awakening in the morning. This image will motivate you much more than a simple setting of I have to do massage. The method of small but regular victories works great. Don't expect instant miracles. Note and mentally praise yourself for every, even the smallest step. Create a system of small, pleasant rewards for yourself for observing the ritual. Extra minutes reading your favorite book, buying a special massage oil with a pleasant smell, a warm bubble bath on a day off, and of course, be prepared for flexibility and adaptation. If it is categorically inconvenient for you to do massage in the evening, try moving it to the morning. If circular movements with your thumb are difficult for you, buy a special foot massage roller at the pharmacy. Experiment. Try different essential oils, pressure techniques, and session durations. Listen to your body, and it will tell you what is best for it. Remember, there are no universal recipes. Your task is to find your own unique path to the comfort and health of your feet. Let's draw some intermediate conclusions from our long and thorough conversation. The first and main conclusion, the simple, detailed massage technique we described, is not a myth, but a really working tool that can significantly improve the condition of your feet. However, it reveals its maximum effectiveness precisely in combination, in synergy with other measures: dietary correction, maintaining water balance, measured physical activity, and a reasonable approach to choosing shoes and socks. The second most important conclusion: positive changes are possible at absolutely any age. You should not put up with discomfort, blaming everything on your years. It requires a certain amount of patience and a systematic approach, but the result, your well-being and comfort, is definitely worth it. The third conclusion: there is no magic pill or one-time solution. Only consistent daily work on all aspects of foot health can bring truly stable, long-term, and high-quality results. And one more, perhaps key psychological point: those who have successfully implemented this practice into their lives unanimously speak of one secret. The main thing is to find genuine joy and pleasure in the very process of change. When your evening massage ceases to be an item on the to-do list and turns into a source of relaxation, self-care, and a small daily celebration, it ceases to be a burden and is fixed in your schedule forever. Now, let's discuss the most specific, literally step-by-step actions for implementing these methods into your daily life. Rule number one, creating a maximally supportive external environment. Organize the space around you so that it is easy to be healthy. Determine a convenient, quiet place in the house where you will conduct the massage session. Prepare and put in a box or nightstand drawer all the necessary accessories. A bottle of massage or base oil, perhaps a special foot cream, a soft terry towel, and of course, a pair of pre prepared warm socks made of natural wool. When everything is at hand, the temptation to refuse the procedure due to the need to look for something disappears. Rule number two. Use the power of habit and anchoring. Attach the new ritual to an already established action. For example, do the massage strictly while watching the evening news or listening to a podcast. When actions are linked into a strong neural chain, their execution becomes automatic and does not require colossal willpower. Rule number three, be sensitive to seasonal rhythms. In winter, when the problem worsens, you can allow yourself a longer and more intensive warming of the soles using warming oils. In summer, when blood circulation is generally better, you can focus on prevention. Do a shorter, toning massage, pay increased attention to hydration, and wear open, breathable shoes. Create an approximate action plan for each season for yourself. This will help maintain stability in changing external conditions. Let's move on to the issue that should never be overlooked, the role of medical control and timely prevention. Regular planned medical examinations become especially important if you already have diagnosed circulatory problems. They help not to miss important changes and timely adjust your personal foot care program. But I want to emphasize, medical control should be comprehensive and regular, not episodic. A very useful practice can be keeping a personal medical diary or a separate section in your planner. Briefly record the dates and results of tests, key doctor's recommendations, as well as your own observations of the condition of your feet. Over time, this will become invaluable information for both you and your doctor. Always have an up-to-date list of all medications and dietary supplements you are taking, and do not hesitate to discuss their necessity and possible interactions with your doctor. You have every right to ask questions and receive detailed, understandable explanations regarding the treatment prescribed to you. Preventive measures are your main shield. This includes regular monitoring of blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol levels, and periodic ultrasound examination of the blood vessels in the legs to assess their condition. Many serious problems can either be prevented or significantly slowed down if measures are taken in time. Do not forget about such a simple method of self-control as regularly examining the skin of your feet. Pay attention to any changes, dryness, flaking, cracks, changes in color. The feet are our foundation, and their health directly affects overall well-being and quality of life. And finally, let's touch on a subtle but extremely important topic, the psychological aspect of foot care. Many of us face internal barriers. I'm lazy. I don't have time. At my age, nothing can be changed. It won't help. Overcoming these mental blocks is 50% of success. The practice of positive visualization can help here. Close your eyes and for a few minutes vividly imagine your feet as healthy, strong, pink, filled with pleasant warmth. Feel how the blood flows freely and easily through the vessels, warming every toe. Such practice tunes your subconscious mind to achieve the desired state. It is also very effective to work with affirmations, short, positively formulated statements that you can repeat to yourself during the massage or just during the day. My feet are healthy and a pleasant, even warmth reigns in them. Blood circulates freely and easily through all the vessels of my body. I treat my feet with love and care, giving them health and comfort. It is important to learn to change the angle of perception. The time spent on massage is not lost time, but the best investment in your health, sleep quality, and well being for the entire next day. It is not a debt, but a gift to yourself. And of course, creating a support circle plays a huge role. These can be your relatives, friends, participants in online forums or social media groups dedicated to a healthy lifestyle in mature age. Communication with like minded people, sharing successes and difficulties, mutual advice, all this helps to maintain motivation, get support, and not turn off the intended path. Drawing a final conclusion to our long and, I hope, very useful conversation, I want to emphasize once again the simple massage technique is a real key to solving the problem of cold feet, but its magic is fully revealed only with a comprehensive approach. Each of your days is a new opportunity for improvement. Each of your decisions to drink a glass of water, wear comfortable shoes, take extra steps, devote a few minutes of evening time to massage is a brick in the foundation of your future health and comfort. Remember, the process of improving well being is not a sprint where it is important to show results immediately. It is a marathon where endurance, consistency, and enjoyment of the process itself are important. Do not compare your results with the results of others. Everyone has their own starting point and their own speed of movement. The main thing is the very movement forward, even if today you took only one small step, because every such step in the direction of health and self care has enormous, without exaggeration, significance.